That's beautiful. What do you call this, what you're wearing?
I would call it a regalia. That's a proper term, but what I'm wearing is a men's grass dance outfit, and it's a very old style category that I dance, and I've been dancing since I could walk, really. And I got my kids here dancing with me. And
so your kids dance too?
Yes, sir. And we're keeping our culture alive, and we'll do until my time is to go.
How far back can you trace your family tree?
At least 7 generations. I'm a descendant of Sitting Bull. I'm half Oglala, Lakota, and Lord Blue Sioux from South Dakota. And I'm sure miss home, but I've been spoiled living down here in the South. Go back every summer. I'll be going back in August for ceremonies and powwows, or traveling and visiting my family.
Why do you continue this?
It's part of my heritage, and my ancestors put their lives on the line and died so we could do this, and it'd be a dishonor for them for me not to pass it along and what I've been taught and teach my kids.
So you teach your kids just like your parents taught you?
Yes, sir.
So when you were a child, you came out and did events like this also?
Oh, yeah.
And went to everything. And just like when they were kids, they went out and did the same.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is passed from generation to generation? Okay. What's your name?
Richard Braveheart.
Very nice. Richard Braveheart. Yes. Very nice. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Non-natives, it's 3,500.
We're out here. What is this event title? What's the name of it?
It's the 28th Annual Cherokee County Indian Festival and Mother's Day Powwow.
And what's the purpose or goal of this?
To bring awareness that Native Americans are still alive, that we're still quite active, and we're just keeping our traditions alive.
Why is it so important to keep your traditions alive?
Well, because we're getting so assimilated into into the Western culture that if we're not careful, we'll lose our traditions and our heritage and things like that. So it's important for our young kids, or the new ones that are coming along, to keep having powwows and things that they can come to and enjoy, because a lot of us are I'm from South Dakota, and I don't get home all that often. So my kids, we started this because there weren't anything Native happening in the Southeast 28 years ago.
Y'all started this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is all we've done as long as she's been alive. So,
wow,
yep.
You just came up with this and thought...
Well, yeah, because all the events, all the Native powwows and things, we had to go out west for, Oklahoma, Arizona, New Mexico, and there was nothing in the Southeast that was happening, so we decided, we're Indian, so let's do a powwow.
How far back can you trace your heritage?
About 1870s-ish, around there. Because after that, documentation on natives wasn't really in existence.
What tribe, or is that the right word?
Nation. We generally use the term nation.
What nation, okay, were you part of?
She is Chikangu Lakota from South Dakota.
Okay.
And as am I, and I'm also a little bit Cherokee.
A little bit Cherokee. Are Indians, is that even the right word, Indian, or Native Americans, or what do you...
It's a personal preference thing.
It is. I say Indians, Native Americans, and really it's up to each individual what they prefer to be called. I typically don't mind being called Indian or Native American, something like that. That's fine with me. But others, have their preferences.
Right. Do all these people, these Native Americans, do they come to you? I mean, there seems to be a lot of people just walking around. I mean, is this like a draw for Native Americans?
It's the powwow circuit. It's like a rodeo circuit.
Okay.
They travel to different powwows, and a lot of people, they meet up. It's sort of a reunion for friends at the beginning of the powwow season. So it's all across the country, and especially in the Southeast. You can pretty much run into all the same dancers because they, hit every single powwow they can.
Oh, do they?
Just because it's
it's family.
Right, basically.
Yeah, it's a way to keep in touch with your family.
I find it interesting that talking to one gentleman, and his family, his parents did this with him when he was a kid.
Right.
And now he's doing the same thing with his kids.
Yep.
And they'll do the same thing with their kids. And it's just passed down and passed down. And
Right, it is.
it is passed. Well, thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And enjoying your event.
Oh, good, thank you.
Hi, I'm Holly. Welcome to Reflection Skin and Laser Center. We are a full-service medical spa offering the latest technology in skincare. I am also the nurse. I do the neurotoxins like Botox and Dysport, and also the dermal fillers like Juvederm, Restylane, Radiesse, and I also do sclerotherapy for unwanted spider veins.
Hi, I'm Amy Cheek. I'm the medical esthetician here at Reflections. This is where I do aesthetic work like chemical peels, microdermabrasion, and microneedling.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, and this is where we do the cool sculpting, the Ulthera, and we have an Affirm skin tightening laser as well.
Here we are in the laser room where we do laser hair removal, laser pigment reduction, laser vein treatments. If you have any questions about any of our procedures or products, please call us. All our consultations are free, or you could just stop by. We're located in the Weston Commons Shopping Center.
But before Europeans arrived with horses and helmets and metal armor, we lived here. We had cities long before Atlanta. Kolomoki, Etowah, Okmulgee. Those were the names of our towns. We lived by rivers. And so when the English came, they called our tribe the Creeks, because we lived by rivers. But in our language, we are Muskogee, the people of the swamps. If you say hello to a creek, it's said like this. Say it with me. Hinch-jay. That's hello, not how, okay? We never lived in a teepee. That's out west. Here, we had houses. Up this way, they would take the bark off the trees, giant pieces of bark, and they'd layer it on the roofs of the homes and build their log cabins. Down in the swamp where I live, we use the leaves of the palm trees. And we cut them, and we put them on our roof. So our chickee sometimes is open to allow the air inside. Sometimes we enclose it completely for winter time. Sometimes we made walls of sticks woven together, mud and clay packed on, it dries hard. And so that's how we would build a house. We were farmers. We did not follow the buffalo. A teepee is a movable home to follow the buffalo. And out west where tribes lived, they were always following the buffalo. Yes, we had buffalo in Georgia. That's a buffalo skin you see back there. I've got a buffalo's horn right there. You guess what I use that for? Water? Gunpowder. You drink out of this, you're going to get the gunpowder in your mouth. Then you'll be shooting your mouth off. Now, buffalo skin over here, that would be used for sleeping on back in the day. We'd get the moss and the hay and pile it up, make a nice soft bed, and put our buffalo skin on there. So this display on this side represents pre-European, before the Europeans arrived. Now, like I said, we were farmers, and so these are what our farming tools look like, long before John Deere came to our villages, okay? This one's made out of the shoulder bone of the buffalo, this one's made out of a rock, and this one right here is made out of a shell, okay?
What is that?
This is the shell of a yellow-bellied slider turtle. We got this shell as a gift from the daughter of the chief at the very first powwow that we went to. We are vendors at the powwow, and this is one of our most prized possessions. It's not for sale, of course, because it was a gift. But it's a yellow-bellied slider, which is a freshwater turtle. They like to sit on a log or a rock, and then if they hear something coming, they will slide down into the water. The shell shows that this turtle was not very healthy during the early years of her life because it's so smooth there. When the shell is smooth, that means they don't have much nutrition or protein to spare for the shell. But as she got older, she was very healthy. There are ridges here that show that she was very, very healthy for the remainder of her life. I said this is a female turtle. One of the most important ways of telling that is that it's big enough for her to lay eggs out the back. There's also this dip here that is indicative of a female turtle, and she was an old lady turtle. Some scientists from the University of Tennessee shared with us that this specimen would have been 105 to 110 when she died.
Wow.
So she is, when I talk to kids about it, I say, I'll give you a hint. She's a great-great-great-grandma turtle. She was around a long time. When the children found her, of course, she had died, and I asked the little girl, how did you clean this turtle? Well, the little 9-year-old looked at me as if she felt sorry for me, that I was such a pitiful grown-up, that I did not know the answer to that. But what they did was put the turtle's body on an anthill, and they left it for just about exactly the right number of days, which I think was about 3.5 or 4 days. There were massive numbers of ants where this was. And they ate all the organs and the meat and everything. In fact, if you look in here, I don't know if you can see, her backbone is still there. So they retrieved the turtle shell before the ants could consume the backbone. And I've since learned that the ants will eat the shell itself if all the good parts are gone. They're like us, they'll eat the good parts first. And the shell has keratin, or I don't know if that's the right pronunciation or word, but it's kind of like what's in our fingernails. It's got a lot of protein. So the ants know that, and they'll eat it eventually. But the children knew exactly when to get the turtle shell from the anthill, and it's just a really special turtle shell to us.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. Glad to.
Co-owner of Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, Cartersville's locally owned funeral home, serving all of Bartow County since 1977. The biggest difference of our funeral home here in Bartow County, Cartersville, is that we are a locally owned funeral home. We make all our decisions right here in the funeral home. When people walk in the door, they're going to meet the owner and know that we're making decisions on what's best for the families that have placed their trust and confidence in us and the needs of our community. One thing we always say to families that place their trust in us is ask a family we have served. We want people to know that when they come here for probably one of the most difficult experiences in their life, that they can feel comfortable with us.
You know, all our family actually comes to Parnick Jennings. You know, once we lose a loved one, we call on them because, you know, they really took care of us in the past. As far as controlling the funeral, the arrangements for the trafficking to the gravesite, everything went perfect and, you know, in order like it needed to be. And, you know, especially with a loved one that you lost, you want things to go like it's supposed to, and they really done a professional job of doing it.
Pre-arranging a funeral, it can be probably one of the most important things that you could do for your loved one. You have time to make those decisions in a calm, relaxed atmosphere, and you can lock in the price. In today's economy, you know, price is something that we have to think about. And by making a pre-arrangement in advance and funding it, you're guaranteeing that those prices will be there and you'll be protected from any future inflation. On behalf of myself and all the staff here at Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, we want you to know it would be our honor to serve your family during your time of need. Please call us at 770-382-0034.
Hey Ashley.
Hi.
This is your artwork. Let me show everybody around a little bit. Hold on, just don't go anywhere. Hold on. I like this over here. This is really beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
All right, how long have you been doing this?
I've been an artist for as long as I can remember, but I've been doing this for 20 years or so.
How long have you been doing festivals and events like this?
This is my second art festival. My first was Roselawn last weekend.
That's a great first one to be. That's one of my favorites. Roselawn, every event they have is great.
It was a bucket list, checklist item, and I'm glad to have been able to participate.
How did you do?
I did very well. It was the reception was wonderful, and I'm grateful.
Did you sell some?
I did.
Now, are you now this right here? What is this? A beach scene? What is this? Right
I would say this is one of a more literal piece in a stormscape or a landscape of sorts.
Okay.
But it fits into my abstract expressionism on wood panels.
Okay. What's this right here?
It could be whatever you want it to be, darling.
Who's your artist that you, I mean, who do you look to?
Helen Franken. Oh God, what's her name? I'll have to get back to you.
Is that a new artist? Or
No,
is it,
she was around in the 60s and 70s. I mean, she died in 2013, but she's an abstract expressionist, and I just love her expressive use of color and stroke.
now, artists sometimes have stressful, weird lives. From what I've read in history, they do. I mean, they just, it's, you know, like Van Gogh and stuff. Never sold never sold a painting or
Right.
something.
Well, art for me is not only an expression, but it affords me a lifestyle to have balance with being a mom. So that's my goal in life, is to be a mom and be a successful artist, and it's afforded me that opportunity.
Are you on the profit side?
I think so, yes sir.
So you're making money?
Yes sir.
Okay, I like it. I mean, I do like your stuff.
You're sweet.
What this right here? What's that?
These are watercolor botanicals. I have a series of 6 ferns.
Okay.
I think we're going to be adding 2 more. These were originally created for my mom, and she's building a new house. I think she needs 2 more.
Tell everybody who you are.
My name's Ashley Fenimore.
How do people reach you?
Instagram's easy. Ashley Fenimore at Ashley Fenimore on Instagram, Facebook, or my studio's right down here on the square. I rent a space from Aiken and Tate.
You actually have a studio?
Yes, sir.
You're serious?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Pam, I like your stuff.
Thank you.
All right, let's look at this right here.
We got some British, the Rolling Stones.
The chairs?
Yep. We have the bar stools, and then we have the clocks. This is the Van Halen clock.
That's a Van Halen clock.
I have my hippie clocks back here.
Your hippie clocks.
And these are all fold-up TV trays against the wall.
That's what this is. This is a TV tray.
These are TV trays.
Right here is a TV tray. Do you
get some pick bar stools?
God, they're beautiful. They really are. I mean, they're too pretty to sit on, though. I mean, they're just. So you could really have it. What kind of place would this? Where would this go? In a bar? Or, I mean, where do you see those?
In a bar, or just any guitar player. I sell them to just guitar players that actually like to just have something fancy to sit on.
Is that what it is? These are for guitar. Okay. Oh, I like your clocks too. Now, what is this right here? Is this a design? I mean,
well, what I do is I decoupage the guitars when I cut these all out of a magazine, my husband's magazines. I take his, and I cut those all out, decoupage them on, and then I put a plexiglass in the middle and I paint that. And then I do a 2-part epoxy.
Beautiful.
Makes it shine.
Look at that. So if you're a guitar player or something, this is gonna. You're gonna.
Perfect. Even any kind of music, I do all kinds of shapes and sizes.
You do custom design. I mean, if somebody has an idea, if somebody has a band or something, and they got, you can put it together for them. You can make it happen. All right, this is how to reach you right here.
Yes. Rockindesigns.com.
Rockindesigns.com. Pam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi there. Welcome to West End Pharmacy. We're a locally owned pharmacy here in Cartersville. We're independent, not associated with any chains, located conveniently on West Avenue next to the subway.
We specialize in providing great customer service to our customers. Most of our customers wait less than 10 minutes to get their prescriptions filled.
We are located on West Avenue next to Subway, just east of Eagles.
We accept insurance. We have competitive prices for those who do not have it. Come see us and experience the best service in town.
How about you?
Yeah, fine.
Hello. Right?
Yes.
What does that do for you? Man, what do you call that?
Well, dream catchers.
And what's it good for?
It's supposed to catch your dreams and make sure you have good ones.
Make sure you. Does it work?
I see them too. I haven't had a bad dream in years.
So that's what people buy them for. They hang them over their bed or
right.
just anywhere.
Yes, I have one over my bed now.
All right, let's look at your stones here. These are your stones.
Yes, sir.
Why do people buy stones like this, and what's the reasoning to buy? Why do people buy stones?
Well, each stone is a different modality. You can get different stones for depression and sleep.
Can you show me one? Like, what's a stone I would buy for depression?
Okay, for depression, this one right here is sodalite, and it would be good for depression.
So do you just keep it in your pocket? Do you keep it?
You can put it in your pocket. You can stick it under your pillow when you go to bed at night. Or you can get a gym cage and carry them around in it.
And that fights depression.
Yes. Yes, and this is, I have rose quartz in here now.
What's that for?
It's for gentle healing and for self-love.
Gentle healing and self-love. Where do these values come from? I mean,
well,
are they passed down from Indians or generation, or where they?
They might be. I'm not sure where they originated from.
Right. But this is what so people wear these or carry these in your pocket or whatever. They just keep it near them.
Yes.
And what is this over here?
And this is aromatherapy.
Okay, what's that?
It's also for stress relief and for different emotional things that you need healing for.
Now, do you use this?
Yes, sir.
Does it work?
Yes, sir. I have peppermint oil. It's really good for headaches.
Okay.
And I have lavender oil. It's really good for calming and soothing.
Okay.
It's also good to use on your skin for any abrasions or cuts. And I've used the stones and the oils for about 10 years. But to tell you how well they work, 5 years ago I was in a motorcycle wreck.
Okay.
And I broke everything but my left arm.
Wow.
I broke my back, I broke 6 ribs, both legs, my hand, my wrist, my shoulder, and collapsed a lung. And I used my natural healing to come back from it.
You look good now. I mean, everything works.
Everything works.
You know,
and I give I'm grateful to God.
Right.
And I figure if He brought me back from what He brought me back, that it was my, the only best way to thank Him was to get completely back as far as I could in my healing.
Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Jerry K. Beckham.
You have a Facebook page or anything?
Yes, I do. Artworks by Jerry K. on
Thank
Facebook.
you.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
This is Valley B Clay, and this is Valley B. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, show us something.
Okay, well these are called potheads.
Potheads?
Yes, they are.
I like it.
And they're triple fired at the very high kiln, so it's actually food safe. They're also oven safe and dishwasher safe.
What would I use that for? Chili, or what would I?
Some people do like to serve soup because we have some bigger ones in it, but you can also put a plant in it, or utensils, or I know somebody that makes one into an ice for your wine, you know, a little ice bucket. So fill it up with wine. And
are they pretty durable? I mean,
they're extremely durable. They should be as strong as steel. Here's one. And then I make these with my own hands. Those are actually my fingers that made that.
Oh, these are right here. These are your fingers.
Yeah, everybody thinks I use a mold, but nope, every one of them is individually made.
I wish I could do this. I really do. I'd love to have my art sitting around that I just, something like this. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, and again, everything's triple fired at a high kiln, and so everything is food safe. Food quality.
So I could eat off this right here.
You could. I like to put garbanzo bean salad in there, but you could also eat off of it if you like.
I would never. Can you throw it in the dishwasher?
Yes, you can.
You can throw this in the dishwasher.
You can throw that in the dishwasher.
And it's unique. There's not another one out there.
No, I can only make it once. So I've made a lot of things once.
Okay. Now, how do people reach you?
Huh?
How do people...
Oh, okay. So you can either go to Facebook, that Valley B Gallery, or you can find me at the Olive Tree and Vine. I keep all of my stuff there.
So you got your own place.
Huh?
You got your own place.
Well, I'm in Jennifer's place, the Olive Tree and Vine, and the Southern Mike's Coffee Shop, but I got my own wall.
You got your own wall?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you find a huge selection of high-end mattresses without paying high-end prices? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you save 50 to 80% off retail every day? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. We offer the lowest prices on the best name brand mattresses. SOS Mattress and Clearance Center on Highway 41 in Cartersville, 1 block south of Home Depot.
This stuff is beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, you painted this.
I painted them and then I photographed them to successfully make small prints that are more
so
affordable.
you painted these, then you took photos, and now you're selling the photos of them.
I sure am.
So you can, that's pretty, and this is?
This is a photo composite. 20 different photographs merged to make one image.
20 photographs to make?
Yes, every item is a separate photograph.
Really?
The fence is from Old Mill Farm, out here at Cartersville.
Okay.
The barn is in Jasper, Georgia.
Okay.
And the background is in North Middle Tennessee along the Cumberland River.
It's beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. The old car belongs to one of my friends, Larry Woods. He's a local fella.
So you go out and take individual photographs of all this, and then you put them all together?
Yes, it's computer work.
Computer?
Photo composites through Photoshop.
How did you learn all that? I mean, that Photoshop, it's terrifying for me to even,
It's tricky, certainly, but I took a class and learned a lot from another artist that's showing here today.
On Photoshop, so you can do Photoshop?
Yes, I do.
How did anybody survive without it? People,
I know. Digital, how did we ever live before?
I don't know how we got by. I don't know how we did it.
Either.
I don't know how. Well, it's beautiful stuff. It really is. I love your paintings, and these are the original paintings right here.
Yes, they are.
All right, tell everybody who you are.
My name is Pat Stevenson. I work at the Booth Museum as a volunteer docent, and I'm involved with their art guild, the photography guild, and the writers guild. I also published my first book as a member of the writers guild, sponsored by the Booth Museum.
Man, you do a lot of stuff. I don't know. Well, good to see you.
Good to see you here today.
Thank you.
It's been a great day.
Yes, it is. Yes. Well, we're lucky we didn't get the rain because it's been all around us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.